Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because we're going to cover something that a lot of people have asked for, and that is the free lunch economy. And the days of the free lunch in this economy are over with, and we're going to cover everything about that, plus the national news. And before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. Don't forget, we've got the email list you can sign up for in the video description below. Plus, I've got a Patreon channel that you can sign up for as well. One thing that's happened during the health crisis is that there was a tremendous amount of money that was given out to people through things like PPP loans, EIDL loans, economic injury disaster loans, and grants. And I have helped people get millions of dollars of this money. And I'm very good at that. And have a lot of clients that benefited from these different programs. And to be honest with you, people on the channel, I've seen basically this done in two ways. And either people thought about this, got this money, and had a plan with the money, and those are the people that thrived during this time. And then the other people that just got it, squandered it, and wanted to know, where there was, when they were going to get more, where there was more, how to get more. Basically like going to a buffet, all you can eat, and just, hey, give me some more crab legs. And that's not the case. It's over with, guys. The perfect example is the state of Pennsylvania. State of Pennsylvania right now has got $225 million left over for small business grants. You're going to start to see states that have ran out of money or been given money, and instead of giving it back to the federal government, they're going to give it out to small business people to help them survive during this time. Now, the problem with this is either people are going to use it to their benefits or they're not. Now, the PPP loans, $800 billion program, it's been ripe with fraud. It's anticipated that only 20% of that money actually went to employees for employer retention, which is sad and shocking and all that stuff. The EIDL loans was basically a loan at 3.75% interest rate that people could get to help their business. And I was in a business today, and this guy's done things really right. I've helped him get a lot of money with this. He just got another $160,000 from the program. And that's the other thing, guys. If you have an existing EIDL loan, they still have money right now. Go back and get more if you have a plan. Do not go back and borrow money to put fires out. I'm telling you this, don't do it. This guy is a perfect example of somebody that's going to succeed with it because he got another $160,000 and set it aside and said, I'm going to use it for the right thing, and is trying to set up a plan. Now, lo and behold, 2 months later, the building he's in gets purchased by a new owner. And he has two locations, one downstairs and one upstairs. Two different businesses. It would always be great, Dan, if we could have everything on the same floor and it wouldn't be as difficult. And he's right. I mean, I've been to this guy's location 100 times, and he's got a woman's dress shop upstairs. He's got coins and collectibles downstairs. He would definitely benefit by having everybody on the same floor. So with the new owner, he came up with a strategy, and we went through it on, what he could present to the new owner to, get the second location downstairs. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. That guy's going to be fine, okay? Because it's just not, what am I going to do with this money? Let me spend it. Are we going to get more? It's a plan, and that's what everybody needs. And you need this in your own personal life, because the one thing that is crystal clear is with how divisive our Congress is right now, you're never going to see, okay, money be doled out like that again anytime soon. So for the people that are sitting there waiting for this magic day to happen where everything's going to be, checks are going to be written again, it's never going to happen, guys. And from somebody who has contacts with the SBA, they're just trying to work the existing loan programs and everything that they have right now, and trying to fight through the massive fraud that they've realized that they just gave out so many checks to people that shouldn't have gotten it, and now they're starting to try to get this money back. Well, the money's gone, guys. So, again, nobody borrowed the money with a plan that was deceptive. Does that make sense? No one's going to do that. The criminals don't, well, let me plan this out and let me rip these people off. That's not what happened. So the other thing is that we're seeing warnings from all over the place in the economy. And one thing that's interesting is from one and only Bank of America. One of the super banks comes out and says, if interest rates do not get raised, we're going to see a massive drop in the stock market. And that's fascinating because, again, do they want the rates to go up? Do they not want the rates to go up? Now, one thing that we're seeing from the banks, especially when it comes to credit cards, is we're seeing that they are starting to raise interest rates on customers without notice right now. And give you an example, a few people wrote me in regards to their Citibank account, and they just upped the interest rate by 50% without any notice. And other people have said the same thing. I don't know which particular banks those were from, but we're starting to see that, and it makes no difference if it's a Visa, American Express. And again, the store cards have always been high, and they're going to continue to be high. Now, here's the crazy thing right now is that credit card interest is at an all-time high right now. In the month, in the months of every single month in 2021, more people borrowed more money on their credit cards than any month before. Click, 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 click up. And then the one thing that we saw is each quarter was higher on the overall credit borrowing that people did. It's a total right now of $586 billion in credit card debt. And in the highest quarter that we've ever seen percentage-wise is 2021, the final quarter of 2021. We've never seen that much credit card debt in the country's history. That's a bad sign, guys. So, again, people don't want to admit that they're borrowing this money. People don't want to admit that they're borrowing this money just to get by. And again, you need a plan. If you think that there's going to be some miraculous stimulus program or you're going to see the economy turn around in some fantastic way in the next few months, you are kidding yourself in every single way. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. But, we're kind of getting out of control right now. And that's what people just don't want to admit. The warning signs that we're seeing from people like Bank of America and all these other places is that the borrowing has gotten out of control. And mortgages are at an all-time high. We've never had mortgages this high. And as they start to interview the millennials are saying the same thing. We regret the purchase of buying the home. We also will hold off. The people that haven't bought anything, who are the smartest people? If you talk to any real estate expert who has been around and lived through 2008 and the other downturns, and I remember 1990, guys. I remember people that bought houses in 1990 and it just fell off a cliff in the early 90s. And people, you're old. Well, I am, and it was catastrophic. And new home construction completely hit the floor. There's a community in Orange County called Tustin Ranch that was supposed to be completed by 1993, and it took 15 more years to get the community completed. You're going to see that more and more. But there were condos, there were houses that went for 50 cents on the dollar because they were not completed. So this is coming back, guys. Have a plan. Get yourself ready. It's not just woe is me, guys. Read the articles. Everything I talk about, guys, is all based on a client, a conversation I have with one of my colleagues, or actual news items that I pull from. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I want to know what you think. One thing I enjoy is research. And as a writer, it was one thing I absolutely enjoyed, whether it was writing about a gangster, looking up his history, writing about crime, writing about different things, and getting all the research on it. And I always found it fascinating. Well, with this video, one thing that you guys get is a bunch of research that I did, because I am shocked. First things first, there are 45 million Americans that have student loans out there right now for a total of $1.7 trillion. And they've got to start paying these back as of May. Now, there's a couple of programs right now that will forgive the student loan debt. And really simply put, These are for people that are deathly ill. If you have an illness, a serious illness, you can have your student loans forgiven. Look up the particular state, look at your loan servicer, and talk to them. Now, if you're stupid, okay, and I don't feel good and I'm stressed out, no one cares about that. No one's going to forgive you for that. You're going to pay until you're 100, okay? It's that simple. So certain federal employees got leniency and got things forgiven, which is totally not fair, but that happened. Now, the EIDL loans were written, across the country, okay? The two largest states here in California and in Florida. Florida was the #1 state in the entire country for getting pandemic relief. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I was shocked to learn that. But the people that benefited from this were the wise ones that used the money properly and got the PPP loans forgiven and spent the money the way that they were supposed to. Now, a lot of waves here, guys. I'm walking through Laguna, and there's a bunch of stuff over here. Check this out. Watch this thing crash over this. Just absolutely beautiful. Now, here's the crazy thing. Bank of America, they're the worst. What they've done, Bank of America has come out and said they've gone through the loan applications themselves internally, and they're starting to call people and saying, John, you got your PPP loan, and by the way, they were the largest writer of PPP loans, and they've determined who got too much money. Listen, based on the employees, based on your payroll, you got $60,000 more than you were supposed to, you need to pay that money back. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm supposed to get this forgiven. No, you got too much money. So instead of charging these people for a criminal act, because it may have been an honest mistake, they're going back to these people and saying, you've got to pay on these loans. Now, the loans are a 1% loan, and it's a 5-year term, but a lot of people are definitely, check this out, that's called skimboarding, and based on where the sand is kind of flat and you get good waves, these kids and adults come out here and do this, and just fascinating, fun, beautiful. February day, guys, February. So, but anyways, Bank of America is telling people you owe the money right now. So we're starting to see a lot of things like this come about, a lot of convictions now, a lot of people looking at different things with the fraud of the PPP programs and the EIDL programs. Now, speaking to the SBA, there's no new applications, there's no new grant programs, there's nothing directly from the SBA, but think about this. If your business was denied money, you can go back to the well and you can get reconsideration. You can have them reconsider your loan, and if you didn't get enough money, you can go back for reconsideration. So you can ask for more money, which is absolutely, that's completely up to you if you want to do something like that. So that's the only thing that's left, but they have, like $100 billion left over that they can do this with. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think. Should student loans be forgiven? I don't think so. I think it's ridiculous at this point. But again, the people that have a plan, the people that were proactive, research ways to get the loans forgiven during this time while other people didn't. It's funny. No matter how bad the economy is, people always want to overextend themselves. It's just, I think that's the American way right now. I really believe that. As Super Bowl approaches this weekend, we are seeing that a record 31 million people will bet on the Super Bowl. 31 million people. They anticipate that there will be $8 billion in Super Bowl bets placed. From simple, casual, office pools to friendly bets to the degenerate gamblers that will hit the bookies. to people that'll go on FanDuel and all those other places like that, and Vegas, okay? Huge weekend in Vegas. Everybody wants to go there, watch the big game at the sports book, which is a great place to watch any sporting event. So there's that. The next thing is Peleton. Peleton just announced that it is letting go of 2,800 employees. One of them is the CEO, John Foley, who helped start the company. Mr. Foley is a complete degenerate. This guy just bought a $55 million house in the Hamptons in December. And remember, 2 weeks ago, everything's great with the company. We're just going to reorganize and we're going to do this. This is the beginning of the end, guys. Take it from an old man who's seen this. And as I sat down and looked at calendars and looked at all the recessions in our lifetimes, I've seen the 80s, I've seen the 90s, I've seen 2000, the stock market crash, I've seen everything, 2008, a lot of things that I've seen in my lifetime. And this smells just like that, okay? So what you see is a big buildup. You see everybody telling you how great everything is, and then you see the epic crash that nobody knew was going to happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so shocked that we've seen this kind of reaction to the market. But John Foley, this guy is a degenerate. You'll love this one. Peleton fired 2,800 people, but has great news for everybody because they gave everybody a 1-year subscription to the Peleton bike. So, hey, as you transition to your new life, outside of Peleton, we want you to be fit and we want you to have a great plan for your future. What a degenerate. I personally, okay, would tell them to shove it up. That's what I would do, okay? That's just me. Now, you can't make this stuff up. Now, real estate is completely out of control, and we all know that. There is a thing called a non-fungible token, an NFT. The first house to be sold as an NFT is going up for sale in Gulfport, Florida. Now, it's a $650,000 house. That's not the big deal. Where the big deal is, guys, is this, and that is that the house has 1,500 people that have signed up to bid on the house. So the $650,000 price is going to go through the roof, guys. You can guarantee that. So we're only going to see more and more of this stuff right now. And again, the craziness of real estate and the pricing and everything that we're seeing has to come to an end. You're starting to see the millennials and the Gen Xers and the Gen Zers and their moms and their sister and everybody else that doesn't want to have anything to do with this market. So you just can't have all foreign investors buying all the houses. Okay, there's that. Now the next thing is the chip shortage, and what we've seen with Elon Musk is fascinating, because it was just announced that Tesla cut corners to deliver cars, and they got rid of certain chips that handle certain things on their steering. So chips were deleted so that they could deliver cars and they wouldn't have certain parts of the steering available. Now, I'm sure the car could turn. I'm sure it was electronic components with different things with the steering. But again, who wants to buy a new car and not have everything given to you? I mean, again, I think you're crazy if you buy a new car right now, because you're going to see more and more things like this that you just won't know about. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. This is Laguna, okay? This is by the old Treasure Island area. It's kind of nice. But share your thoughts on it. We live in a world where you can't offend people. You can't be truthful. Can't be honest. You have to just be nice, and you have to not really give your real opinion about things. And that's insane, guys, because I grew up in a household where my parents told us how it was, and that's how I did it with my kids, and they so far turned out okay. with the brutal honesty that we have and that we share. So think about this. You may be in debt because you have a money disorder. There's an article from CNBC where it's not your fault. You suffer from a money disorder. Huh? Okay? Think about this. The average person, these numbers fluctuate all the time, but here's today's number. The average person in the United States owes 90 grand. $90,485. Do you owe 90 grand right now? Now, based on your age, some people owe more than others, but it is absolutely crazy, guys. If you're 20 years old and you owe $45,000, you're insane, guys, for being that way. But it's not your fault because you may suffer from a money disorder. How insane is that? Not that you're stupid, not that you're a total imbecile for getting yourself in debt, for buying things to make yourself feel better so you look good with other people. It's a disorder now. That is crazy, guys. So, look at the birdies flying by. Isn't that nice? That's beautiful. So, do you suffer from a money disorder? Like you've got cancer or something like that. So, please. It's absolutely insane. I know people that have money disorders, and again, I think they're stupid. I try to help them. I try to help people with their businesses just to sit there and accept, is this a good purchase? Yes, no. Do I want to go in debt for this? No. Okay? They always make up their minds, any way they want to, because they're adults. But it's nice to be able to point certain things out to people where you can sit there and say, does this seem like a logical thing right now? And again, if you believe that our economy is just going to move forward day by day by day, and a year from now we're going to be in the same position, you're kidding yourself, guys. But it's okay, you may suffer from a money disorder. Okay? That's insanity, guys. That's absolutely insanity. I would have titled this video Money Disorder, So anyways, guys, share your thoughts on all this stuff because it's crazy, okay? How about an ounce of responsibility? How about being an adult? How about learning the word no, okay? Anyways, I could go on for an hour about this. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories, and the first one is consumer sentiment. Consumer sentiment, how you feel about spending the money that you're spending, is at an all-time low right now. Latest numbers are out, and people don't feel good about the economy. People don't feel good about spending money. People don't feel good about the future for job prospects, real estate, and a little bit of everything right now. Next thing is the movie The Matrix. The producers of the movie Matrix, it came out right around Christmas time. They're suing Time Warner because they said that they destroyed the movie by having it released on HBO Max and in the theaters at the same time, and nobody saw Neo. And did anybody see that movie? Okay, so there's that, because I didn't see it. I don't know if you guys saw it either. So there's that. Now the final story was out of Phoenix. There's a man who works at Home Depot who was caught allegedly stealing from the Home Depot. And what had happened was, over the course of several years, Mr. Pineda would go and he would be the one that would count the money at the store. And instead of giving them a square count, what he would do is he bought fake money on Amazon. And if you guys are on TikTok or you're on YouTube Shorts or anything like that, you see these guys saying, hey, I've got this program, look at all the cash I'm making. They buy fake money from places like Amazon that look like real $100 bills, and they're not. And Mr. Pineda bought that, and he switched the money at the Home Depot. And guess what his job was? To count the money every day. So the feds got involved, and they reached out to Home Depot and said, you guys are missing hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then they arrested Mr. Pineda, who got caught red-handed. Did this over several years, and it looks like he did this with about 400 grand that they caught with the funny money, and traced it back to his Amazon account where he bought prop money, is what they call it. So share your thoughts on that. Please do not forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Please don't forget the bell notification so you get notified of everything that we're doing on the channel. Got a bunch of cool announcements coming out, and I'm very excited to share this stuff with you guys. Don't forget, if you want more access to me, there is the Patreon account that you can sign up for. And don't forget, we've got the email list, which is in the video description below. Thank you, one and all, for being here. I really appreciate you. Onward and upward, and I will see you guys very soon.